Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. The city of Fayetteville has started holding open forums with candidates running for city council.
They're giving voters a chance to hear from who they may vote for. The candidates were open for questions from residents on Wednesday and given a chance to explain their plans if elected. The candidates discussed topics from infrastructure to traffic. They also talked about the recent growth in the city and the newly developed housing task force.
In Oklahoma, the state's abortion ban will continue, preventing it from getting millions in federal grant money used for family planning services. This after the U.S. Supreme Court shot down Oklahoma's appeal to restore $4.5 million in funding.
The grant money has specific rules that require states to offer abortion counseling and referrals. Oklahoma argues it cannot offer those services because it is a crime for anyone to, quote, advise or procure an abortion for any woman.
And the city of Taneytown is talking about putting a water conservation plan in place. Currently, the city buys water from the Benton, Washington Regional Public Water Authority, but they're asking their cities to put conservation regulations in place as they're currently expanding and not able to keep up with demand.
It would only be for an emergency and would be a 3-tier system. The lowest tier would be voluntary conservation, the highest being no excessive use of water. Some members of the city council aren't on board, though, just yet.
It will only be in effect if there is an actual emergency. And they were worried that we were shutting off people's water. And I said, well, we're not talking about domestic water here as much as we are talking about irrigation and excessive water use.
Well, the council was not ready to make a decision Tuesday night, but say it will be back up for a vote with changes at their next meeting. All right, we're going to get to more news for you in just a minute.
But first, let's send it over to Zach with a look at the forecast.
Thanks, ladies. We got temperatures in the mid to upper 80s across all of northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. You factor in the humidity, which does start to come back today, and it'll feel a degree or two warmer in spots. Can't rule out a few pop-up showers. Most of the area will stay dry, but we're going to be seeing likely a few pop-up showers. Can't rule out a shower this morning, but daytime heating will likely help our rain chance peak this afternoon. A few pop-up showers from the Boston Mountains south towards the River Valley and down into the Ouachita's. We'll keep our eyes on it. Cooler weather is in store for this weekend thanks to a front arriving Friday.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, this week marks the 10th anniversary of Welcoming Week in WA.
Today, the City of Fayetteville's Community Resource Department is holding an event so people can learn about the city's programs and services. You can talk to those from departments like Animal Services, Police, Code Compliance, and the Parks Department. If you've got a concern or a question or even a suggestion, meet up with city leaders this evening at the Arvest Bank Plaza on the north side of Fayetteville's downtown square. That's from 5:30 to 9.
Also part of Welcome Week, the Arkansas Coalition of Marshallese hosted a cultural training session on Wednesday, helping bring cultural awareness to the community. The project manager says with 13,000 Marshallese across the area, events like these help them stay in touch with their culture and educate others about their past.
Well, last for us today, a venue in Rogers is giving new restaurants a place to test their concepts before officially opening their doors.
It belongs to Proof Downtown. This Thursday through Sunday, you can get to eat at a new Filipino restaurant.
Yeah, when a restaurant or a chef comes into the space, Proof supports them as they test out their concept and their menu for 30 days. For some restaurants, it's going to be a bit of a longer than that, they say. They'll be there for months, some of them.
Yeah, the owners of this Filipino restaurant, they say this has been the perfect transition period for their restaurant, which offers dinner, drinks, Sunday brunch, and karaoke after their original building was heavily damaged in the May 26 tornadoes, just weeks before they were set to open.
The roof came off, the interior walls came down, the glass doors and windows came down, and we had to start over. So I was trying to figure out, what do we do? I mean, here I am, I've got the name, I've got the ideas, the menus, all this stuff planned out, and we're stuck.
The family restaurant has been operating for about a month now and will be there until October.
Well, thank you for joining us here today. Make sure you catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more. Have a great day.